Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today, if you read the title, I will be rating every Spirit Halloween 2022 animatronic that has been released so far, and I'm pretty sure these are all the ones they're going to be releasing. I don't think they'll be releasing any more. But yeah, let's get into the video. So the first animatronic I'll be talking about is Deadly Creeper, which is basically it's a giant spider animatronic that only has a little bit of animation. It has like the fangs are moving, kind of like this. Pretend my two pointer fingers are the fangs. They move kind of like that. Really, kind of a basic giant spider prop. I am glad it's giant. At first, when I saw pictures of it, I thought at first when I saw the first video of it from Spirit Halloween, I thought it was going to be kind of like the size of a jumping spider. But it turns out that this spider, the Deadly Creeper spider, is pretty big, actually. So I am glad that it is a giant spider, but still, would I say it's worth $200? No. So yeah, Deadly Spider, it's grown on me, but I still don't like it too much. I'm probably gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Yeah, that's my rating, 5 out of 10. Still pretty cool, I guess, because it's a giant spider, but still not the best because it doesn't have much animation. And the sounds are decent. But yeah, that's Deadly Creeper. The next animatronic I'll be talking about is Spike, which is a new online-only zombie animatronic that Spirit has released. I think they released him the video came out on July 29th, but they officially released it on their YouTube channel on August 1st, which was yesterday. But yeah, Spike, let's get to it. Spike is a simple hanging zombie animatronic. He basically thrashes around trying to get out of trying to just get loose from the rope that he's hanging from. He has this giant wooden piece through his forehead, which I think is pretty cool. I think his face is pretty cool. I like the look of his face. It's pretty detailed, but I wish there was some blood on him. That's what people are really not liking Spike for, is the lack of blood on him. There's no blood on him at all, which kind of sucks, because to have a good zombie prop, you need blood. And yeah, I don't think there's any blood on Bog Zombie either, but he's a different type of zombie. He looks really cool without blood. He doesn't need blood. He's a swamp zombie. But this zombie doesn't seem to be a swamp zombie. This is just a regular zombie, and it has to have blood to be good. But overall, I would still say it's a decent zombie prop. I'd probably rate it a 7 out of 10. I still really do like the face sculpt. It does look really cool, but it would definitely look way cooler with some blood. But yeah, still pretty decent, 7 out of 10. It's not a bad zombie prop, it just needs some blood to be a really good zombie prop. And the disappointing thing is it's not even a really big prop, and it's $179.99. $180 is not a good price for Spike at all. I think, sorry, my dogs are barking. I think he's worth maybe $140 at the most, maybe even less. Yeah, his price is very expensive, like all the other prices from Spirit this year. Inflation these days. But yeah, overall, Spike is a decent zombie prop from the looks of him and from his animation and his zombie groaning sounds. I still think he's pretty decent. I just think there should have been some blood. So yeah, I'd rate him a 7 out of 10. The next animatronic I'll be talking about is Rat Girl, which is an animatronic that I actually thought was decent when I first saw the video. But now that I think about it, she kind of just looks like a normal girl on a swing, just holding a rat that has a little bit of blood on it, which, now that I think about it, doesn't look like it should be a Halloween prop at all. Yeah, Rat Girl basically just looks like a normal girl on a swing holding a rat. Not scary at all, in my opinion, and I do not like her phrase at all. I don't like her animation as most swinging props. I don't really like the swinging props. Most swinging props I don't like. But yeah, a Rat Girl, not good at all. She might be my least favorite of the year. She's not scary at all. But yeah, Rat Girl, not good at all. I'd probably rate her a 1.5 out of 10, maybe a 2 out of 10. But yeah, she's terrible in my opinion. I don't like her at all. Um, the next animatronic we'll be talking about is Strawman, which is a filler prop. Which I'm glad he's not an online only. Oh, by the way, did I say Rat Girl's an online only and Spike is an online only? But yeah, Strawman's not an online only. He's a filler prop, which means he will be on display in some stores, just not all. He is basically a reskin of Grim, except he's a scarecrow. And I honestly like him better than Grim, because I like his phrases better than Grim. I like the way he looks better than Grim. And yeah, Strawman's basically... He has servo animation just like Grim. He's a scarecrow. I think he's like 6 feet tall. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I do like him. He's $300, which is, the same price as Grim, which I get, but it's still pretty pricey. So my rating for Strawman, overall, I really like him. I'd probably rate him an 8 out of 10. I really, really do like Strawman, and I hope to see him in stores sometime on display, but we'll see about that. But yeah, I really do like Strawman. Very cool. I like his animation, and I like the way he looks. So yeah. Now I will be talking about Mr. Punchy, which, if you've been watching my previous videos about me talking about Spirit, you'll know that I actually really do like Mr. Punchy, and Mr. Punchy has lots of haters. And, I can see why, because he kind of looks goofy, but to be honest, he kind of looks creepy at the same time. His face definitely looks creepy, in my opinion. Some people are saying it looks too cartoony. Not in my opinion. I really do like his face. His face is like, it's got this giant, massive grin, and it just looks so evil and creepy, in my opinion. His face is awesome, in my opinion. I love his pink hair. I do like his hair a lot, and his outfit is amazing. It's got a classic clown outfit with polka dots on it, and then his inflatable part makes him that's the part that kind of makes him look goofy. But that's the part that makes him unique. In my opinion, Mr. Punchy is a very unique clown prop. I really do like Mr. Punchy. There's nothing really negative I have to say about Mr. Punchy. I really do like how I like his animation. He spins around, which is pretty good. I actually do really like that animation now that I've seen videos of him from Flagship. Pretty cool animation. He spins around in a circle, saying some pretty cool phrases. And, yeah, overall I really do like him. He's just a very unique clown prop, and I don't actually know... Oh, wait. Sorry. I was about to say I don't know how much he is, but now I remember. He's $279.99, which is pretty expensive. Even I, being a Mr. Punchy fan that I am, I would not say he's worth $279.99. He's probably worth maybe $229.99, the same price as Henry Hustle from last year. I think he's better than Henry Hustle, actually. I like him more than Henry Hustle. I'm sick of Henry Hustle because I got to see him so much last year, and it was just terrible seeing him so often. I used to think I really liked Henry Hustle, but he's kind of grown off me. But enough about Henry Hustle. Let's get into more about Mr. Punchy. I'd rate him a 8.5 out of 10. I really do like Mr. Punchy. Like I said, lots of people are going to disagree with me on this, but I just love him. And he's my second favorite Spirit Halloween animatronic for 2022. I really do like him. He's a very unique clown prop in my opinion. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10. Very, very cool, Mr. Punchy. Now we'll be talking about Nozzles the Clown, which is another very unique and awesome clown prop in my opinion. He's another one of my favorites this year. So basically, he's like a crouching clown. He's 6 feet tall, supposedly. It looks like he's kind of crouching from videos I've seen, and he has these arms with nozzles for hands, and fog comes out of them, which I think is really cool. His face is absolutely creepy, in my opinion. I love his face. I do like his outfit as well, and overall, nothing really negative I have to say about him. And I do like his phrases, and I love his animation. His arms move up and down, and he moves from side to side. Yeah, that's pretty much everything I have to say about Nozzles the Clown. Really cool. I'd probably rate him an 8 out of 10. Yep, I really do like Nozzles. He's very cool. He's definitely one of my favorites of the year. And I can't wait to see him in stores. The next animatronic we'll be taking... the next animatronic we'll be talking about is Lord Raven, which if you haven't watched my Spirit Halloween 2022 tier list video, well, you'd know that he's my favorite Spirit Halloween 2022 animatronic. He's definitely my favorite of the year. I love Lord Raven. After seeing videos of him and videos of him from Flagship, oh my god, he looks awesome, and I cannot wait to see him in person. Yeah, Lord Raven is amazing in my opinion. He has so much cool animation. I love the way he looks as well, and his phrases are really cool in my opinion. I just love Lord Raven. He's definitely my favorite of the year, and I would have to rate him a 9 out of 10. He is very, very, very cool in my opinion. He has this long beak, which looks absolutely amazing in my opinion. He's just such a cool prop in my opinion. Such a creepy raven like bird type Lord animatronic. I just love him. Lord Raven, epic. 9 out of 10. Easy. I love him. My favorite of the year. The next animatronic we'll be talking about is Monty, which is another very unique animatronic, and I do really like him. He's basically one of those cymbal monkeys that crashes the cymbals together, and after seeing videos of him, I really do like him. And from what I've heard, he's actually bigger than people expected. From what I've heard, his head is from what I've seen, his head is massive. His head is really big, which is really cool. And I love his mouth movement, and I love the movement of the arms clashing the cymbals together. That's awesome, and I love his sounds. He's like making crazy monkey sounds. He's awesome. I love his creepy face. I love everything about him, really. So he's probably a 7.5 out of 10. Really cool and unique animatronic. I love Monty. He might even be an 8 out of 10 for me. I just really like him. So yeah, that's my rating for Monty. I love him. He is a very unique animatronic in my opinion. Very cool. The next animatronic I'll be talking about is Bog Zombie. He is a very, very cool zombie animatronic in my opinion. I'm glad that we're seeing another zombie animatronic from Spirit this year that will be in stores on display. I love Bog Zombie. He is amazing, and he's grown on me so much. So basically he's a swamp zombie, and he doesn't have blood on him, but like I mentioned earlier, he doesn't really seem like he needs blood. In fact, if he had blood on him, I think that would actually kind of ruin him. But yeah, he's a swamp zombie, which really doesn't need much blood. I love the look of him. His animation is pretty slow. He's like just moving around like this, just moving, except slower. But you know, he's a zombie, so he's supposed to move slow. So yeah, I do really like Bog Zombie. He looks amazing, and he looks so creepy, and I'm looking forward to seeing him in person. He's amazing. Yeah, Bog Zombie. I'd probably rate him probably another 8 out of 10. You know, there's so many good animatronics this year in my opinion. So many cool ones this year in my opinion. But yeah, a Bog Zombie, 8 out of 10. Easy. I really do like him. The next animatronic we'll be talking about is Lucky Bottoms, which is another clown animatronic. He is small. He's 2.8 feet tall, I think. He's pretty small. He's like this small thrashing clown animatronic. He just thrashes around. He's a constant motion animatronic, kind of like Punctured Pete. And he's grown on me. I've seen videos of him. He's definitely grown on me. When I first saw his leaked images on July 8th, I kind of thought he was going to be so bad, in my opinion, just such a letdown. But no, after seeing videos of him, I actually do, I really like him, and I love his motion, and I do like his laughter, and he does look pretty cool, in my opinion. So yeah, Lucky Bottoms, probably a 7.5 out of 10. He's a pretty cool clown prop, but not the best. But still, I just really do like him. He's grown on me a lot. I used to think I'd hate him, but I actually like him. So yeah, Lucky Bottoms, 7.5 out of 10. Pretty cool. Can't wait to see him in stores in person. The next animatronic I'll be talking about is Bago Bones. I'm not a fan of Bago Bones, really. The only cool thing about Bago Bones is his jump scare. Other than that, I don't really like how he's just like a plain skeleton coming out of just this plain, weird-looking bag. I don't really like how he looks at all. I just like the jump scare. But other than that, he's not really that cool in my opinion. He's just a plain skeleton. So, yeah, Bago Bones, I don't have much to say about. I'd probably rate him maybe a 4 out of 10. Yeah, I don't really like him at all. The next animatronic I'll be talking about is Possessed Pumpkin, which is a Crouchy reskin. And if you don't know me, I love Crouchy. He's probably my favorite clown animatronic out of all time from Spirit Halloween. I really do like Crouchy. So for them to make a basically like a pumpkin scarecrow type reskin of Crouchy, I think is amazing. And I love Possessed Pumpkin's face. Oh my god, his face looks so creepy and evil and amazing in my opinion. I bet his head is really big too. He's huge. He's 7 feet tall, just like Crouchy. I really do like Possessed Pumpkin. And now that I've heard all his phrases, I don't think his phrases are that bad anymore. I used to think his phrases were bad, but no, now that I think about it, they're pretty cool. And I really do like Possessed Pumpkin. God, there are so many cool and unique animatronics this year from Spirit, and lots of people disagree with me, but I don't care. It's my own opinion, and I really do like I do like Possessed Pumpkin. I'd probably rate him an 8 out of 10. Another 8 out of 10. So many 8 out of 10s this year for me. But yeah, Possessed Pumpkin, really cool. I can't wait to see him in person. And he's going to be towering over me, just like Crouchy. The next animatronic I'll be talking about is Regan from The Exorcist. This is a pretty decent animatronic. Definitely not one of my favorites, but still definitely not one of my least favorites. This is a decent licensed animatronic. Basically, her only animation is her spinning her head, and then she has a projector projecting face. I think it's like a demon. I haven't seen the movie, so I wouldn't know what the heck she is projecting onto the wall. But whatever it is, I think it looks cool, and I do like that projector, and I do like her head spinning. So overall, she's a pretty decent licensed animatronic. I'd probably rate her a 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, not the best rating, but still, she's pretty decent, and still, I look forward to seeing her in person. So yeah, that's Regan, 6.5 out of 10 for me. The next animatronic I'll be talking about is Lil Skelly Bones, which is the new for 2022 model of him, and he's way different than his 2015, the 2015 version of him, which he was on a swing. Now he has evolved into a jump scare animatronic, which I think is pretty cool, but I don't really like him. The thing is that the only good thing about him is his jump scare, I guess. His jump scare is very fast, but something tells me he'd break easily. His jump scare is so fast that it just seems like it would break so easily. So yeah, but yeah, I do kind of like his jump scare, but it's just not good if he is like an easy to break animatronic. His face is decent, not really too scary. I like his light up eyes. His outfit's not the best. He just kind of looks like a trick-or-treater who's trying to scare people. So yeah, not the best. I'd probably rate him a 4 out of 10. Yeah, no, I don't really like Lil Skelly Bones, but his jump scare's fine. Really fast, so that would probably scare some people, but yeah. The next animatronic I'll be talking about is Young Crouchy. Now, Young Crouchy... Sorry, I'm back. Young Crouchy, I really like him. Lots of people hate Young Crouchy, and, I'm honestly sick of people complaining about Young Crouchy and saying that Young Crouchy is such a terrible prop, because in my opinion, making a smaller version of Crouchy and a way cheaper version of Crouchy is honestly genius, because so many people couldn't really afford Crouchy, and so many people couldn't really fit Crouchy into their house. But now that they made a smaller version of him and a way cheaper version of him, that's really cool in my opinion, and people will definitely be able to afford him and have him on display and store him in their house without having to take him apart, which I think is really cool. I love Young Crouchy. He's another 8 out of 10 in my opinion. So many 8 out of 10s this year for me. But yeah, I do really like Young Crouchy. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for liking young Crouchy, but I don't really care. It's just my opinion, and I can respect your opinion about young Crouchy. But yeah, just young Crouchy, in my opinion, is pretty cool. I do like him. I can't wait to see him in person. And yeah. The next animatronic I'll be talking about is Betty Sharp, which is definitely one of my least favorites of the year. I am so sick and tired of the creepy girl animatronics. Some of them are okay. Like, Ophelia was pretty good. But most of the rest of them that I've seen are terrible, in my opinion. Like Rat Girl. She's not even creepy. I wouldn't even call her a creepy girl animatronic. I would just call Rat Girl a girl animatronic. But yeah, Betty Sharp, I'm glad that they put blood on her. But other than that, she's not really that cool, in my opinion. I guess I like her knife with the blood on it. I guess the bag moving around is pretty cool, but other than that, she doesn't move at all, which is just such a letdown, in my opinion. And she is so small, from what I've heard. I don't like her at all. I'm going to stop talking about her, because I don't like talking about her either. So yeah, Betty Sharp, no. She's one of my least favorites this year. And the next animatronic I'll be talking about is Tombstone Terror, which is another animatronic that I don't really like too much, but I don't hate him. He has a decent jump scare. It's a skull popping up from behind a tombstone, which I think is pretty cool, but it's very small, and I just think the jump scare is decent, and this is just a decent prop, in my opinion. Definitely not the best, but definitely not the worst. I'd probably rate Tombstone Terror maybe a 4.5 out of 10. So yeah. And the last animatronic I will be talking about is the Widow, which I don't really like the Widow. I think her design on her face is really good, but there's just something about her that I don't really like. I can't really even explain it. It's just my own opinion. I don't really like the Widow. But like I said, I really do like her face. She's an online only, which is a bummer for most people, but for me, I don't really care. But yeah, the Widow, not the worst prop, but definitely not the best, in my opinion. She's another 4.5 out of 10, I'd say. Maybe a 5 out of 10. But yeah, the Widow, I don't really like her, but I don't hate her. And yeah, that's my video, me rating every Spirit Halloween 2022 animatronic. Please like, comment, subscribe if you like this video. And yeah, see you guys in the next video, and bye.